This is Alexander Dunn for Planning Better Bike Adventures using Google Maps, Part 3. So, let's say I want to make a trip from Provincetown, Massachusetts, all the way along Cape Cod back to Boston. We know how, if you've watched Part 1 and 2, to create bicycle directions generated by Google Maps. But what if I want to know a little bit more about what's along the way and utilizing the best bike infrastructure? Well, one thing that Google has, if I press this menu option here, is it pops up all these different ways I can look at the maps. Satellite, of course, being satellite images, traffic obviously showing me current traffic conditions, transit showing me the transit routes, terrain showing me topography, and then there's this little one called bicycling. If I click bicycling, you're going to notice that the whole map changes. The colored roads changes, and all these green lines show up. These green lines are gold. These green lines are bike paths, roads with bike lanes, and in some cases just dedicated bike paths away from the street. Now remember, I'm going from Cambridge up here by Boston all the way out to Cape Cod. The thing that immediately jumps to my attention is this long green line here. It doesn't look long here, but if we zoom in a little bit, we notice that there's this long arm going all the way from the South Dennis, Yarmouth area up to the Wellfleet Eastham border. Several towns all the way along. Now, what is this? Well, if I zoom in further, centered on this green line, more and more information is going to pop up on the map. And one of the things that's going to eventually pop up is the name of this trail. And I realize that this is the Cape Cod Rail Trail by zooming in close enough to that long green line, the Cape Cod Rail Trail. What's the Cape Cod Rail Trail? Well, let's find out by searching it here in Google. And I can search it using a few things. First of all, there is a government website that looks like it's going to give me more information. I can add map to my searching parameters. And here's a PDF map of the Cape Cod Rail Trail. That's going to give me all kinds of details. This would be a great thing to print out and bring or save to my cell phone. The other thing I might want to do is look at images, Google Images of the Cape Cod Rail Trail. In this case, let me take out map and just get a sense of what this thing is. Looks like a paved trail. It's along the water. I kind of visually get a sense of it. And maybe I want to go a step further and see if anyone has created a video on biking the Cape Cod Rail Trail. And of course, it looks like there are quite a few on YouTube. So I could watch some of these and get a visual on this biking infrastructure that is going just along the exact course of my route. This is great information to have as I plan my trip because it tells me that there is going to be a nice, peaceful, away from traffic, multi-mile mode of transport for me and my bicycle along half of the Cape.